Well, a rare respiratory virus now a concern in numerous states across the country. Most cases are children who appear to have typical cold symptoms. They turn into serious respiratory problems in many of those cases. So joining us today is Dr. Ed Kahn. He is the head of disease control at the Jefferson County Health Department. Dr. Kahn, good to see you.
Yeah, come on, Jen.
I called you up yesterday and wanted to talk about this because we are hearing of more cases. And it has an official name. What's the official name of the virus?
Enterovirus D68.
Okay, so this is something that's been in our country for a number of years that you were aware of. We just haven't seen an outbreak like this.
Right. It was first described in California in 1962. But it's been rarely reported since then, but in the last 5 years there have been several small clusters of the disease in United States as well as some other international sites.
But we've never seen a cluster like this.
No, yeah, this is far in magnitude higher than others.
What are we seeing in children? And it's mainly been in children, correct?
Yes.
So what's happening?
Well, it starts out like a cold. It's oftentimes upper respiratory symptoms, which is something like cough, sore throat, runny nose, some congestion, but then it often quickly goes to the lower respiratory tract, in other words, the lungs.
So it moves fast?
Right.
All right, so parents who may be used to, my child gets a cold, I'm going to let it run its course before I worry about taking them to the doctor because I don't want to panic every time. They're seeing this happen fast. So you said that right now, if you do have a child, maybe be a little bit more aggressive in the treatment, right?
Right, especially if the child has underlying respiratory problems, particularly asthma. We're seeing a high rate of cases in children with asthma that become more short of breath. They start wheezing oftentimes, and they should be evaluated quickly, yes.
We always look for the origins of these things. Oftentimes they can't be found. Sometimes you can tell us, hey, this was brought in from so-and-so. You really don't know where this is coming from, do you?
No, I think, as I mentioned, there have been small clusters described in the United States before. It's been in Georgia, it's been in Pennsylvania, it's been in Arizona, as well as several sites, particularly in Asia and Europe. But where this one came from, it's hard to say. There may have been a small reservoir that just kind of got into the population and spread. It is enteroviral season, late summer, early fall, and so it could just be, a seasonal enterovirus that's taken its opportunity.
Nationally, some people have expressed the concern about the immigrants the migrants who have come into the country, and by the thousands, a lot of these children, and say, hey, could that be happening? Are those type of things bringing something like this in? What can you address with that?
Well, I don't see any evidence for that. As I've mentioned, it's been seen in international sites. In fact, I haven't seen it described in any Latin American country. I've seen it described in Philippines, Japan, Netherlands, Thailand, but I haven't seen it reported in any Latin American country, so I think that's purely conjecture.
All right, as we wrap up, what do parents need to look out for then?
Any symptoms of shortness of breath, difficulty breathing in a child with a respiratory tract infection, a common cold that seems to be getting worse, they should take the child in, especially if the child has underlying asthma. All
right, and you guys will continue to look into this and see what's going on with this. Dr. Ed Kahn from the Jefferson County Health Department, thank you.
Sure, thank you.
All right.